for a new construction Renaissance Zone project. The applicant is proposing a 5-story mixed-use building with underground parking, ground floor commercial, and over 50 residential units. This project will transform a portion of the existing Gateway Mall parking lot. It is the applicant's intention to redevelop the existing Gateway Mall site. The applicant is currently in the process of subdividing the lot since the state Renaissance Zone requirements allow 1 Renaissance Zone project per parcel. Overall, the applicant estimates a total capital investment of $9,945,806, which based on the structure's 86,932 square feet calculates to approximately $114 per square foot. This exceeds the city's requirement of $100 per square foot investment threshold. Staff also finds that this is an appropriate site for redevelopment. Based on the updated 2019 Renaissance Zone Plan goals and criteria, staff has scored this project as a 98 out of 100. As you can see on your screen, I've also attached the rendering of the project along Main Avenue. And staff is recommending approval of this Renaissance Zone project. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. And as stated before, Brian Kanofsky, the applicant, is also on the line if you have any questions for him.
Pardon me, I'm going to interrupt. Carrie is joining the meeting. I had trouble connecting via video, so I'm on the phone.
Carrie, welcome. You didn't miss a great deal. We just approved the minutes of the previous October meeting. So.
Thank you.
Just for my knowledge, Kylie, in our update of our plan in December, have we changed the threshold for new construction? Were we always at 100? Remind me.
No, the threshold has not changed. I believe since the previous plan, which was approved in 2015. Although Deb, you and I talked about this previously, we did change some of the criteria and goals. We made them so they matched more of the Downtown in Focus plan, and then just consolidated some of those goals since they were a little lengthy and maybe a little confusing for the applicants and for staff.
Right. Okay. Any questions, anyone, of Kylie or Brian? And Brian, if you have any comments you'd like to make, we could take those at this time too.
I'm just here to answer any questions you have, if there are any, that anybody needs clarification on.
This is
Madam
Prakash.
Chair, this is Tony. Go ahead.
This is Prakash. This is not the question is not for Brian. As a rookie of this commission, I noticed that the requirement for the construction project is $40 square foot for the commercial and $100 per square foot for the new construction. What is the average cost for those for the Fargo area?
The average cost of what it, go ahead.
New construction.
For new, not
the
for
average
rehab.
cost in our area.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I think he's working on that.
Okay.
Gosh, it might be a number that he can't just have right at his fingertips.
Yeah, and that's for new construction that you're asking?
Yes, I think it is quoted in the summary that they met the requirement of our requirement of $40 and $100. $40 is for the commercial, and $100 per square foot is for the new construction. So I was wondering as to what is the average running rate for Fargo?
I think
it really depends on when we get into
right?
When we get into mixed use, it tends to run a little bit more. When you're out in the area like the suburbs, type area, the new area, and you're doing a lot of strip malls and things like that, you can be in that below 70 range. But once you start doing precast and basements underneath and things like that, then it tends to creep up there around that $100 a foot mark at the minimum. And that's before finishes and things like that, because that's really what changes the cost of new construction, is how well do you finish the inside of the building for the tenant and things like that.
Thank you.
This is, Madam Chair, this is Tony. I just want to echo my support. This is an exciting phase development. When we look at the entry into North Dakota on Main Avenue from Minnesota, this is a signature location for the advancement of downtown, in my opinion. And this first phase will be complemented by a decision and a process by the Fargo Housing Authority to redevelop the south parcel of land that they own and is supported by U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. And then the city and the Diversion Authority own a chunk of land to the east. And so ultimately, years down the road, we're going to see a master development with this first phase underway, which will really be an impressive new development for downtown Fargo. And as we look to the future of advancement, look at the Mid-America Steel site as our next opportunity to really position downtown and for the future. And so I'm really excited about this first wave that EPIC is proposing.
This is Carrie. I have another question. With this particular parcel that you're proposing here, what is the ratio of the underground parking to the residents? And in conjunction with that, is there some shared parking opportunities with the parking lot that's going to remain there for the time being?
Yeah, the shared parking opportunities will remain as the whole time. We will keep that as open as possible type of a thing. We try not to reserve spaces so that people can come and go as needed. And generally speaking, in a mixed use project where you have parking lot like that, it will be used up by the business people during the day and then switch over to residential and in the evening. As far as the parking spaces that we have underground on this building, sorry, I gotta look back to remember exactly.
Sure.
I believe we're about, I believe we have 40 underground and we have 50 units basically on this.
Okay. And then another follow-up question. I agree with Tony's sentiment that it'll be a very nice entry coming in from the Moorhead route. But also, have you had any feedback, positive or negative, from the surrounding buildings in regards to the project, or have you touched base with those entities that surround that?
Yeah.
Particularly on the east and south side?
We've talked with the Fargo Housing Authority, Matthew Pike. We've talked with the FERCOs, and I personally haven't talked to the people who own the gas station, but the one of the other partners I have has, and it's all been positive. I've also talked with Bortnams across the street. Of course, they're excited to see anything go up just to add to the value of their land and what they can possibly do in the future.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Good. Any other questions of Brian or Kylie and Archie?
This is Chad.
Go ahead, Chad.
How much square footage are we taking out when we remove that other wing next to your building, that sort of that east side wing?
Over there, it's about 6,000 square feet.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion on the project? Are you still looking at summer, Brian, for construction?
We are, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. If there is no further discussion, do we have a motion?
Rashani moves to approve, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
This
Do
is
we have a
Carrie.
second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If none, roll call vote.
Okay. Luchau?
I'm sorry, did you say Carrie?
Yes. Carrie?
Yes. Yes.
Matthew? Prakash?
Yes, please. Yes.
Swiatek?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
Grinberg?
Aye.
Roshani?
Yes.
Mathern?
Yes. So we have a unanimous
Is
vote.
Pipcorn on the line?
That was it.
Yes, this is
Pepcorn?
Dave
Oh, I'm
Pepcorn,
sorry, Dave.
and I vote yes.
Thank you, Dave. All right, did you have all of them? Okay, motion carries. We have a unanimous support for the project. And next on the agenda was just other business and public comments. Was there anything else? Mark, Kylie, Megan?
I don't think we had anything else. Just as I mentioned earlier, your staff reports did look a little different this time, and that was just based on the update that we did as part of the Renaissance Zone Plan update. Otherwise, we didn't have anything else for today.
And it was good to update that just to, as the projects move forward and the zone changes, that we just stay in time with it. So if there is nothing else, our next meeting is planned for May 27th. Do we have anything pending right now, Kylie?
No, we don't have any applications in, but that can always change.
Sure. Okay. All right. If there is nothing else, meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank